Every case will be different. So as a general rule of thumb, lenders may be able to offer you a mortgage of 4.5 to 5 times your income. So if you're looking for a mortgage of 250,000, you'll need to have acceptable income of 55,000 gross per annum. But as I say, there's so many factors to consider. That's not a guarantee. There are factors such as your monthly expenditure, your financial commitments, and your term period as well. Generally speaking, the higher your monthly payments and your financial commitments, the lower your maximum loan sum. And for your mortgage term, it's the opposite. So the longer the loan term, the more you can spread your payments out over a longer period, the higher your maximum loan sum is likely to be. So there's just a few factors. So there are lots of other factors that can impact how much you can borrow. To name a few more, loan to value is really important. So even if you earn hundreds of thousands per annum, if you're limited by a deposit, that can then impact how much you can borrow. So if you've only got, say, a £5,000 deposit sum, you're limited automatically to a £100,000 purchase price and a £95,000 mortgage sum. And that's because mortgage lenders in the UK will typically allow you to borrow as a maximum 95% loan to value. So it might not be your income limiting you, it may be more to do with your deposit. So your credit file is also a factor that can affect how much you can borrow from lenders in the UK. For example, if you've got significant adverse credit, a lender might impose a loan to value restriction on how much you can borrow. For example, you might go from being able to borrow 95% of the property's value to 80% purely on the basis of your credit file. That's why it's worth normally sending your credit report to a whole of market mortgage broker like Boon Brokers, and we can assess your file and let you know what your chances are of obtaining the mortgage you want. So the final factor to consider that can impact your maximum mortgage sum is the property itself. So obviously, when you're applying for a mortgage, the lender has to do a valuation on your property. And if it's of non-standard construction, so it's not brick and tile typically, it could be concrete or timber framed or something else. If it's non-standard, then you may have a loan to value restriction imposed. For example, you might go from being able to borrow 95% loan to value to 80%. It can have a very significant impact. What you should do before you apply for a mortgage, speak to a broker like Boon Brokers about the property you're looking to get a mortgage on, and we can tell you your chances of getting the mortgage that you want. So at Boon Brokers, we have sophisticated software which will tell us your maximum loan sums from all regulated lenders in the UK based on your fact-find information, and we can do it quickly. So it's a real benefit of going to a broker. If you do it yourself and you go to lenders directly, it will take a lot of time and you might not find the most suitable product for you. So as I say, using a broker like Boon Brokers, we're worth our weight in gold because we'll be able to quickly identify the most suitable lender for you and your maximum loan sum.